Hey everyone, welcome to online art classes with MoCA, the Museum of Children's Art. Today's project will be 3D line sculpture. Here are a few student samples. This lesson is all about transforming flat construction paper, into 3D sculpture and collage. The materials that you're going to need will just be construction paper, scissors, and glue. Whatever kind of glue you have on hand is fine. I prefer Elmer's glue, but if you just have a glue stick, that'll work too. Before we get started, does anyone know what the D stands for in 3D? You guessed it, it's dimensional. An object that's three-dimensional has height, the measurement from top to bottom, has width from left to right, and depth, the measurement from front to back of an object. So today, our challenge is going to be to discover as many different ways as we can to transform flat, two-dimensional paper strips into 3D sculpture. Here are a few techniques that we can use. We can roll paper, we can loop it, curl it, make tabs so that it can stand up, cut and make fringe. You can fold and bend and twist, or you can get a little more complex and make three-dimensional forms like cones and rectangular and triangular prisms. Let's get started. All right, here we are at my workspace. First of all, I like to make sure that my workspace is pretty clean and that I just have the materials out that I need. So I have my construction paper that I've already pre-cut into long strips, have my scissors, have my Elmer's glue, twist it open, make sure that it works, set it aside. And then for the base of your sculpture, you can either just use construction paper if that's what you have, or if you have any cardboard on hand, I like to do that. Makes it a little bit sturdier. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm just going to take some construction paper and cover my cardboard up. So I'll just go ahead and trim, mark my edges, trim this so that I can glue it down. I feel like if it's not perfect, that's just fine. I can cover it up and add detail later. So here we go. The best trick that I can say for Elmer's glue is that a dot is a lot. Meaning I don't need to smear a whole bunch of glue around. So I'm just going to put a few dots around the edge of my cardboard, maybe a few in the center. That should work. Tiny dots. Press this down, hold it for a few seconds, and voila, I have a nice black base. You can make yours whatever color you want. All right, time to get transforming. So, like I mentioned, we're going to be transforming two-dimensional paper strips into three-dimensional objects. The biggest rule to remember is that just like we need feet to stand up, so do these. So anything that you're going to make stand, going to have a pair of feet. We'll fold this one out on this side. We'll fold another one out on the other side. And let's test it out. Oh, that works well. All right, so what's the rule again? A dot is a lot. 1, 2. I'll get this side down. The other really important trick to this is holding it down and counting all the way to about 10 elephants, 10 Mississippis, whatever you'd like to cut or to count. Meanwhile, I'll do my other one. 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant, 4 elephant, 5 elephant, 6 elephant, 7 elephant, 8 elephant, 9 elephant, 10 elephant. I know it's a little silly, but definitely gets the job done. See? Not going anywhere. So it looks like I just made an arch. Let's try something else. Oh, I'm really sorry about my cord. This is my little microphone cord. Sorry that's in the way. Let's make a 3D zigzag line. Here we go. I'm going to fold back and fold forward. Fold back and forward. This is also called an accordion fold. And forward and back and forward. This works really well if you want to make a paper fan too. In this case, I'm just going to keep on going, and when I pull it out, it's kind of like an accordion or a staircase. I think I'll give my arch a staircase so people can get up. And with this one, it's pretty small. I'm just going to go ahead and do one dot. I'll go ahead and do my other side too. One dot. All right, here we go. And this time I'm going to count my elephants in my mind. All right, there it is. Give it a little test. Yep, not going anywhere. Let's see. Maybe we should try to cut some really thin strips. Take my scissors, cut some nice super thin strips. Maybe I can make these kind of spike and stand up, or I can twist or twirl them. Honestly, you guys, the possibilities are endless. Something I really like to do is to make these spirals out of paper. So I take my finger, wrap the paper around, give it a little squeeze, and voila. Beautiful spiral. I could stick that somewhere. Dot is a lot. There we go. I might just get that going on the top there. Can you guys see that? So I'm off to a pretty good start. Before I let you go and make your own 3D line sculptures, I'll just show you a couple more techniques. If you wanted to make something like a cylinder, right? Say you wanted to make this guy like a cylinder and you wanted to make it stand this way and not this way. Here's what you do. First, you'd start by making the cylinder itself. 1, 2, 3 dots. Hold this in place. Let it dry really well because it will come apart on you. And then once it's dry, you're going to go ahead and cut those feet from one side. So I'm just cutting little tabs. This is almost like a fraying technique. Here we go. Once my tabs are cut, I just fold them out. You can also fold them in if you prefer. If you don't want to see the tabs, just like this. And then I'm ready to apply 1 dot of glue. Here we go, per tab. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and get it down. Let me get this so that you can see it. And I'm just gonna use my fingers and count my 10 seconds that way. And then off of this, you can continue to build things. So your sculpture could turn into anything from a skate park to a roller coaster to the beach. It could turn into a scene, Sonic the Hedgehog kind of situation. It can really turn into anything. Be sure and give it some detail too. Last thing. So once you have all of your structures in place, and of course yours are going to be much bigger and much more beautiful than mine. But once you have your main structures in place, give it some detail. Some of those scraps that you have lying around, I really want to encourage you to use every single piece of paper that you cut. The less waste, the better. So here's what I'm going to do. Oops, that was not a dot. My bad. Okay, give it some kind of design. This time I'll correct myself. 1, 2. Everyone knows we don't want a huge glue mess lying around. Also, if you are using the glue stick, which is fine too, you might need to apply a little extra just to make sure that it sticks. Okay. So again, I'm just adding some detail, giving it some visual interest. And I might even do another layer like a dot on top of that. Make a series of dots. I could make hearts. Like I say, the options are endless. So try this out, see what you come up with. And if you want to take it one step further after you've built it, sit down with a pen and paper and write a story about it. These can turn up some pretty cool stories. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We hope you stay creative and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care.